Turn the mics on, let the games begin. We're diving deep, it's where I've always been. Got the stats laid out, knowledge on tap. It's the press box, baby, we're making it rap. From the field to the court, we cover it all. When the whistle blows, hear the players call. Voices raised high with opinions that rock. In this hard rock world, we're smashing the clock. Welcome to the press box. Let's raise some hell. We're rocking every story. Come and hear us tell. With passion and fury, we light up the night. This hard rock anthem, it feels so right.
All right, welcome to another edition of the Press Box. Brian Carson here with my co-host Kenny Varner. How you doing, Kenny V?
I'm doing good, Brian. It's 1 week closer to football season, so you got to love that.
Yeah, pretty soon. And we have a special guest tonight, the brand spanking new. Still got the cellophane on the package. Robert Lepley, the new athletic director at Mifflin County. Thank you, Robert, for coming on.
Thank you guys for having me. How are you doing?
Good. I mean,
Good.
Kenny and I have known you for a while. All the way back when you were a boys soccer coach.
Yes. Been quite a while.
So you had, 6 years as the assistant AD?
7. I was 7 years as the assistant AD here. I started in 2019.
Okay, so 7 years as the assistant AD. So how's it feel to be the main guy?
You know, not a whole lot different, to be honest. The only thing I guess that is different right now is Tish McClay is not sitting in the office, and I'm doing what she did at this time of year, while, you know, she was in here doing everything, the transportation schedule. So it feels like home. I've spent a lot of time in this office, so it's not terribly different than it used to be.
Are you going to get an assistant, or don't you know yet?
We are currently working on that. You know, that's out there. We have it online to apply, and that's in process right now.
Good.
Yep.
Because I think it's very important that you have somebody to boss around.
Right.
When you're in charge, it's time to boss around. But no, it's pretty cool. And you're coming in here. I wanted to get your opinion on this. My first question in this thing. We got football starting earlier and earlier.
We do.
Give me your true thoughts about football. I think it's starting August 19th, isn't it?
Well, we start heat acclimation for our JV and our varsity football team on August 10th. And I do want to mention that we are going to have our freshman players heat acclimate this year with our JV and varsity team due to our numbers, looking at the best fit for our program. And this calendar year was a little weird. It's, you know, when you do 2-year cycles and you schedule for year number 1 of the cycle, you go to year number 2 of the cycle and you move it back a day. Well, a leap year is coming up. Labor Day is the latest Labor Day can be. So that's what happened with the calendar this year. To be honest with you, this year it feels like we're starting later than we do because we're starting the latest that we can. Last year it was August 3rd, I believe, August 5th, somewhere in there, and then August 12th was our start date. So the calendar is really what determines everything. But your question with, you know, the season, PIAA and the playoffs to finish when they want to finish determines how quickly your season goes and when you can schedule your games.
You had 7 years under Tish.
Yes.
Long time involved with the school as a coach, AD. What do you feel that you've learned from her in the job you're in now when when you were with her for 7 years when she was the athletic director?
She was a very, very organized AD. She taught me like pretty much this job. When you come to a sporting event and you see two teams out there and you see officials and you see fans in the stands, a lot of people think, wow, you get to go out and watch games. That's all you do is watch sporting events. But she taught me the ropes behind those scenes. The games are 10% of this job. There's a lot of people that you need to depend on, that they do an excellent job here. Our grounds crew, that they're wonderful. We have game workers for everything, but she taught me really how to be organized, look ahead at the schedule, and be prepared for what is to come. Which being prepared also means being prepared for surprises and things that you don't expect along the way, and how to deal with those situations in a professional manner.
Yeah, because you know that this is a job where you have so much work to do, and like schedules and getting the buses coordinated, and so much attention to detail. And you really, everybody comes to the gym or whatever, the stadium, and everything's running smooth. And it's honestly almost a thankless job because you make it go smooth and don't get any credit. Don't get any credit for it. What kind of thick skin do you have to do this job?
I mean, at the end of the day, you want the kids to have the best experience they can. I will say it is a great feeling when you walk out here. I mean, our stadium is right out front now, and we have stuff going on at the stadium right now. Our boys soccer team is having their 7v7 competitions, and they've been doing that all summer. But it's really neat when you walk out of here. Both fields are lit up. 2 games are taking place. There's fans everywhere, and it's just a really cool feeling to see that, especially here in Mifflin County. I mean, we have, I would argue, we have a top rate facility, and I'm going to say,
oh yeah,
the absolute best.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Even though I have to see it right now with what's going on with my condition, I haven't been able to see the stadium yet.
Well,
live.
As soon as you are ready, we will get you here.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I want to see that baby live, and there's no doubt. And so, go ahead, Kenny, if you had something.
I was just going to say, speaking of the new stadium, last year you opened the gates for the first time. Just kind of take us to your thoughts and your feelings and how things went that night.
Well, that's interesting that you asked that, because we didn't really know what to expect. We knew we were going to have a huge crowd, and we did. And setting up for it, we tried to think of everything that we possibly could. And I will say our event staff, they did an incredible job. Local law enforcement did a great job with traffic flow, getting people in here. And the atmosphere is something that I will never forget. Like it was intense. You could feel the energy. The interesting thing was you learn something different, especially when you have a new facility. It was my first time going through a new facility. Tish was beside me, her first time going through a new facility. And I think what we took from it the most was, just how much support there is in Mifflin County in terms of sports, and how much passion our fans have for this. It was a surreal experience. And moving forward, to the 5th game, we learned something new, and there's always changes that you can make to make things better. And with that, it might not go as smooth as you want sometimes. The time schedule may be a little off. Something may happen to disrupt that time schedule, but you kind of just adjust on the fly. And those are things that are part of the job. Just expect the unexpected, take a deep breath, and just handle it to the best of your ability.
Well, you are right about that. It is good to be in a place where the people, the community, just they love sports. They're passionate about it. They support these kids,
They do.
and it's a great atmosphere, I would think, to be an AD.
It's a lot of fun. The thing I like about it the most is all of the people that I get to meet and I get to talk to from all across the state, especially, with our new facilities and the amount of games that we've hosted. I've gotten to meet so many cool people, from fans and to athletic directors. And that's something I want to mention. Being in the Mid Penn Conference, 90% of our games are played within that conference. And of course, you get to know the ADs at all of the opposing schools. We're always there to support one another. You reach out with questions. Hey, how would you do this? How would you handle this? One thing all of the athletic directors say that I talk to, they are amazed at how Mifflin County fans travel. We bring crowds to away games. It doesn't matter if it's a 30-minute trip to State College or a 2-hour and 15-minute trip to Chambersburg. There's going to be Mifflin County fans in the stands wearing purple.
You bet. And the other thing I like about this with our facilities now is the ability to get playoff games
Right.
in all different sports. And I think you're going to see more and more PIAA and District 6 giving us more events at the Donald Tapman Stadium.
I would agree with that. We are in an absolute perfect location. I think I don't have it in front of me, but we hosted somewhere, I'm going to say, between 6 and 8 games last year between lacrosse, softball, and baseball in the springtime. And then you think back to the fall, we hosted Juniata boys soccer, I believe, twice for their district playoffs. We hosted their state game, and we also hosted Juniata and Bellefonte, the 4A championship football game. And then we had Lesser Lumber out here this year.
That was great.
Yeah, that was a neat thing to experience as well.
Yeah, instead of going to Altoona.
Right.
I never liked it. Never liked going to Altoona.
Right.
For the game.
One of the best things, I'll share this, is we used to play in at Mitchell Field, which is probably 7 miles from the high school, 8 miles from the high school. And we use radios. We'd have to take the cash boxes, the vest for the workers, and we would take almost 2 full carloads of game day equipment that we needed to Mitchell Field. And I will say that was one of the best things about hosting games here.
Wow.
It's right outside. It's 100 yards from the office.
See, we don't, being outside of that, I never really thought about that. Did you, Kenny?
No, I thought more of like the football team, when they come out.
I didn't realize you had to lug all that stuff.
Oh.
You don't think about it. And but you do.
Right. I almost felt like I was forgetting something when I got to the stadium. It was easy. I was able to set it up in the middle of the day and, kind of just relax, gather yourself a little bit before everybody started to arrive. And it's been great for our field hockey, our soccer, our lacrosse, all of the teams that use it. Just playing in the evening is such a great atmosphere for our kids. I mean, we had great crowds all year long, and I don't expect that to stop just because it was our first year. I actually think it's going to grow. So that was a lot different too. You would have a 4:00 soccer game across town, but now, you have everything right here.
Right there, yeah.
7:00 starts. Students were able to come watch the games because kids today, they're busy. They have a lot of after school activities that they do, and they weren't able to go watch their friends play their events. But we had great student sections. It was awesome.
That's cool. before we get into more questions, I got to be truthful with you. Okay.
Okay.
I wasn't really a soccer fan.
Okay. That's all right.
In my life, I know you coached it. I became one after this World Cup.
Oh my.
Was that good or what, this World Cup?
Well, you think it was absolutely awesome. One of my favorite parts about the World Cup was all of the videos that were out there about the visiting fans. How about the fans that went into Fenway Park and they took in baseball and they interviewed the people and they said, well, we have no idea what's going on because we don't have baseball, but this is awesome. It was America's 250th birthday. We have the World Cup. And I'll admit, one of the best parts of the summer was seeing the big boy train go through town as well.
Yeah. I became such a fan. I didn't realize how talented they were. Some of these guys. It's just amazing. The way, I don't know how much you watched of it, but the way Spain played.
Right.
Was just unreal. Nobody could score on them.
No, nobody could score. Their defense was a brick wall. What did they give up? What, one goal?
One goal. One goal.
Yeah.
In 8 games. One goal. But no, I was like arrogant. I became this guy that was like, I don't know this stuff, to going, well, he's offsides.
And they're playing that role, Brian.
Yes. Yes, now I do.
Okay.
And they're doing, and I said, England's going 5 deep, which is wrong. And I'm acting like an obnoxious expert now, and I'm not.
Right.
But it was just, the games were so entertaining.
They were, and the nothing games that went into PKs, they were entertaining. And then you had some games that were high scoring. What was the bronze medal game? 6-4?
6-4.
6-4.
Right.
But I just wanted to veer off a second and say that. So now I'm trying to look for a club to follow.
Well,
you got to pick a club now.
Yeah, you do. You have to, and the popular choice, I'm sure, is Manchester United or Manchester City, right?
Yeah. See, my wife's Italian, so I got to pick Serie A.
Oh, okay. That's probably a good choice.
Yeah. But do you have any priorities for you, goals, as you take over here as athletic director?
Well, I do. In year one, I just kind of want to find my way through this adventure on my own. Down the road, I think it would be great to add to our facilities, continue to build upon what we have, increasing student interest in all of our sports. That's a very high priority for me. And also, continuing to work and continue to improve the relationship that we have with our youth feeder teams, because they're very important to the area. They build our programs, and I want to be able to help support them as well.
Right. Do you feel, because I know it's all over, but one of the problems is they have so much distractions anymore as getting kids to participate in sports.
Yeah, times obviously have changed. Kids are very busy. We have a very diverse group of kids that, some work, some have to balance that with sports as well. They're very, very busy with school. School is intense. They have to keep their grades up throughout a sports season. Practice every night, 9 or 10 road games per year. It's a lot for our kids to handle. They handle it well, and I also think a good part about high school sports is it teaches true life lessons of the time management, how to get along with someone that you might not totally agree with, you might not even really like them, but when you're out there on the field, you need to support them. So there's just so many wonderful lessons that you can take from being a high school athlete. And
I agree.
those opportunities are so important to build who they are going to be when they leave the walls here.
Brian and I were talking recently about this is a special time for Mifflin County athletics. Some of the Carter Smiths and Trent Hidleys and the Hayden Hidleys. And have you seen, since you started being assistant, have you seen such a growth in the talent and the athletic ability of the kids?
Yes, absolutely. And I give credit, to our coaches. The coaches today have so many resources that they can use, so many new ideas. And our coaches do a phenomenal job of just gathering all of the information that they can and giving our athletes opportunities to improve themselves, physically and mentally. A lot of people think or forget about, just the mental aspect of being an athlete and the toll it can take on, just trying to be there in the game mentally every day, especially for kids, that are 15 to 18 years old, and they have high expectations. Our coaches have high expectations. Our athletes have high expectations. And I think that's part of it. But going back to what our cross country team has done, Carter Smith was just amazing. Our 4x8 team, the DMR, the things that Mifflin County is accomplishing are amazing. Like we are out there. People know who we are.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Kenny and I've talked about a lot of this type of athlete that has come lately. I mean, the Carter Smiths, the Trent Hidleys, the Skylar Ciccolini. These don't happen all the time.
No,
they just don't. It's like we're getting this confluence of like all of a sudden here we are. We've got not only good high school athletes, these guys, these kids are world class athletes.
They are world class athletes. They're going off to Division I schools, and it would be bad if I didn't say this. They're all nice kids. They are all.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a pleasure to talk to the Hidley boys when they come back. Carter, wonderful kid. His teammates, wonderful people, and that's the most special part about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just this. It's what we encourage people, Kenny and I, is to enjoy it, because this kind of athletic achievement doesn't happen all the time.
No,
I mean, we are probably, I hope I'm wrong, but in my lifetime, we're probably never going to see another kid win 8 state championships like Carter Smith did.
It's unbelievable. He is taking up a lot of spots on our state championship wall that we have.
Yeah, and then to go even higher, if Trent wins, he could be a 2-time world champion.
Right.
World
champion.
From Lewistown.
Right, from Lewistown, Pennsylvania. And it's funny, one of the things you actually mentioned, moving the wall up. Well, we can't move the wall, obviously, but Roger Hurto and myself and Matt Moore, we're in the middle of a project right now where you're going to see some things change a little bit, a good change. We're going to have a state championship wall. We're going to have a state medalist wall. And then we're going to find a way to recognize every single District 6 champion that has ever come through Mifflin County High School. So that's a little project that
that's good
right now, and we're looking forward to it.
Because I know we have state champions we've had. Mifflin County's had Skylar Ciccolini with 2, Carter with 8, Hayden with 1, Trent with 2, Kai with 1, and Josiah Sackler.
Yes. And,
And the bocce team.
and the bocce, that was awesome. If you've never come to a bocce match, most people don't even know what bocce is, right? But
Right.
it is a really cool game. It is so fun to watch. You got to get to a Mifflin County High School bocce match. You will not regret it.
No, I don't think so. I've seen it. I mean, it's um, Doug Dyke, Baldy Galeria.
Yes, who
Those-
doesn't know him?
Yeah, those guys stream.
True.
Those guys, they stream everything, which
Okay.
I think is fantastic. And they actually, and I appreciated it. I watched it. They streamed a Baldy Galeria bocce match on their live stream. It was pretty nice. It was pretty cool.
Okay, well, funny you mentioned that because we're gonna stream everything this year. We've put in our huddle camera at Chapman. We have one in the gymnasium. So look for bocce for Mifflin County on Huddle Fan.
So it'll be on Huddle.
Yeah, we use Huddle for our main streaming service here. And then when we have
Is that free to get in, or?
Yeah, you just go to Huddle Fan, type in Mifflin County, and all the links will be right there. You just click on the team that you want to watch.
Do you know how awesome that would be with me not being able to get the stuff right away?
Mm-hmm. And that's the beautiful thing about streaming.
Do you hear that, Kenny? Everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll broadcast a bocce match, Kenny.
There you go.
No, the kids would love it.
No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If there's any, I mean, let's I know we got a great facility. We got parents and fans that love sports around here. But what do you think you coming in is the biggest challenge for Mifflin County athletics right now?
That is a great question. I would say right now we're a little challenged with our numbers in participation. We've seen those drop a little bit, slightly. And, I always say high school sports is cyclical. We're down a little bit with enrollment, and that's somewhat challenging because, you have two levels. Let's look at the junior high, for example. You have two levels of soccer and field hockey, and volleyball come to mind right away. So with those teams, you have a 7th grade team, an 8th grade team, mid-pen terms them junior high, JV, junior high, varsity. So when you run into low numbers at sports like that, it's a really difficult decision. And it's, with difficult decision for me, difficult decision for our coaches. How do we, play the two games that are scheduled instead of, combining and being only able to play one game? Because you want to provide those students with the opportunity to play in games as much as possible. So I would say that's probably the biggest challenge at this point.
That makes sense.
Right.
I thought you were going to say dealing with idiot sports writers and that, like you and Kenny.
Well, both of you guys are a problem, but I'm letting that go.
We are. I know.
I won't say that out loud,
Do you have like last year there was a problem with swimming. Do you have all the coaching vacancies filled?
We do not. We're going to take a look at swimming. We do have some interest within the program, and that. So if any swimmers are out there listening right now, we do want to have a swim team. It's a great sport for you. For a runner, maybe in the fall, they put on a lot of miles and then they go into track season. It's great conditioning. If you're not doing a sport in the wintertime, you're just like, I don't really want to do anything. Come swim, because we would love to fill that and have a team.
You okay?
Is it just in the swimming where there's
For what open position?
yeah. Because
Right now,
like in the spring, I don't think Tish, you guys didn't get a lacrosse coach until a
well,
girls lacrosse coach until the season was about ready to start.
right. Coach Knowlton stepped up. Coach Knowlton, I mean, he will tell you he had no coaching experience in lacrosse whatsoever. But he, as I talked about earlier, all of our coaches here at Mifflin County, they dig deep, they learn, and I mean, it was obviously, they had 16 kids, 12 were seniors, and credit to the kids, they wanted to play. Kids came to us and said, "What can we do?" Coach Knowlton stepped up and said, "I will take the team." The kids helped kind of recruit themselves. We got a team, and if you saw any of the games, there were some games where we were not even in the game. Our girls lacrosse team this year, they never quit fighting. It didn't matter if they were down 20-0 or 10-2. They played till the very end, and Coach Knowlton coached them to the very end. And lacrosse is, it's pretty much brand new within the last 5 years. I'm working with the coaches now to, what can we do for our youth? How can we get the youth involved? Because we're up against, teams from the South. They drive to Baltimore and they play games outside of the season. So how can we increase numbers? And lacrosse is a cool game. I'm still learning it. I don't understand all of the rules and the subbing and who can go where.
Yeah,
But it's a lot of fun to watch.
I do watch. Over. Is it? Yeah, over Memorial Day, the NCAA
Right.
championships in lacrosse, and
Yeah.
it's a cool sport. It is, but like I know you've had to do this even with Tish. There, you were involved in it. What do you look for? What qualities do you look for in a coach?
How are they with kids? The kids are why we do what we do. How do they interact with kids? And just different things like their personality and your interactions with them, positive, negative. And every coach that we have is so different. And you just want them to have the best interest of kids in mind, and ours do.
So if I said, "Get over here, you little bastard," I wouldn't get hired.
Probably not. If you said that, we'd be having a conversation.
So I was never a coach,
That might be why. See,
Robert. I never a coach because I couldn't stand losing.
I know.
How do you feel? And I mean, I loved it when you guys joined it. How do you think, like Kirby Martin, the wrestling coach, his favorite saying is "iron sharpens iron,"
Yes.
right? And how do you feel being in the mid-pen has helped Mifflin County?
Oh my! I think. Well, that is a loaded question. Because I'll first start by saying, the Mid-Penn Conference is tough. There is no doubt it is an absolute tough conference. But as Coach Kirby Martin says, iron does sharpen iron. You are only going to get better if you play competition that is equal to you or better than you. And when you go out to play a game, you may be playing a team that is better than you, but you are going to get better playing that team. So the mid-pen really brings out our athletes' best skills that they have, because you take a 2-minute break in a soccer game, you might give up 3 goals. And Mid-Penn puts out incredible athletes. So it has made our athletes better that way. And also, because the Mid-Penn is so competitive and the places that we go and the athletes that it puts out, it also brings in college coaches that are recruiting. So you may be playing in Palmyra or Central Dauphin, and a coach is there from a college to look at another athlete, but that athlete might notice you. So it's really put our athletes on the board, and it has helped them be recognized. And, it prepares us for the playoffs, too, because a majority of our teams are 6A. They have to go through State College and Altoona, right?
Yeah.
So you want to play schools that are equivalent to them. You don't want to run through a schedule where you're coming into playoffs, 18-0. You crushed everybody throughout the year, single A schools, and then you run into a 6A powerhouse, and it's over before it even begins. So I think in that regard, it really prepares us for who we need to beat to win district championships.
Well, the fall's coming up, so we'll focus on them. How do you feel about the coaches you have in place for the fall?
I'm loving it. I'm looking forward to working with every single one of them. Some are on vacation right now. Some are doing open sessions right now, but the workouts have been consistent all summer long. I have a Google calendar that the coaches put their practices into, and it is just loaded with events. And it's not even just our fall coaches. Coach Knowlton was out there with some girls lacrosse players today. Girls soccer is over on Marcal right now. We have a camp going on. Before they were there, field hockey was on the field. Football is lifting Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday nights. Coach Yoder and Coach Peters are out on Chapman right now playing 7v7. They're so dedicated and, so great to our kids, and I'm looking forward to it a lot.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Kenny.
I was going to say, with all the stuff that goes on, and the seasons have their off season and this and that. But for an athletic director, you don't have an off season, do you?
No, I don't. No, it's constant. Right now, I'll tell you what I was doing today. I feel like I'm pretty squared away for the fall. Like the fall, we're in good shape. The schedules have been sent out to all of the bus companies. I just sent all of the worker schedules today to people who are working games. I think that was 64 emails, I believe, something like that. I had to run all of those schedules. So we're good in the fall, and then you just continue to work a season ahead. You get up to the spring season, and once you enter the spring season, you start looking towards the fall. And the nice thing is now we are at the cycles of schedules work in 2 years. So we're done. We're scheduled for 2 years. It's just the fine details of, if you have to move a game, you got to do that. So there's a lot that goes into it. And as I mentioned earlier, watching games is 10% of it.
I think, obviously, you being the athletic director don't want to do single people out. I do want to single out a couple coaches that I think are doing an amazing job. And the first is Alex Monroe in cross country.
Yes.
And he was it's the kids, but it was his training and strategy that made the DMR break all these records.
Right. And, go ahead.
And he has done a terrific job. And I think, I want to get your opinion, I think people are going to see that this year in cross country, even without Carter Smith. I mean, they may be down a little, but I don't think it's going to be as much as people think.
No, I don't think so. But anytime you have a group of athletes that we have and they graduate, you're going to be down a little bit. But the special thing about the kids and Alex, they inspired kids to be better. There's no doubt, when you see Carter out there doing what he does, that's an inspiration of, if I work hard, I can get better. And maybe I can do what Carter Smith is going to do. And that's what I'll say also about Coach is he just has a unique way, and I don't even know how he does it. He has such a unique way to inspire athletes. And I know for a fact his workouts that he has the kids complete are extremely detailed, down, to crossing the T's and dotting the I's. But here's the thing. He has high expectations, and he is able to convey the high expectations in a way that kids are still enjoying themselves.
Another one is, I think, excuse me, Shane Breon. And,
Yes.
you
Yeah,
know, Mifflin County, compared to other teams, really, and I can't figure this out, doesn't get the amount of kids they should
we do not.
for the size of our school. We don't. And Shane takes what he's got, and he still has made them competitive and has gotten them into the playoffs. And it's just I've talked with him many times, and the guy just, man, does he know football? I mean, he knows the game.
He does. He knows the game. And Shane would tell you, I guarantee he would tell you that he has surrounded himself with great people as well. He knows knows football inside and out. He's inspirational, and he really understands kids and what they're going through, the expectations that they have, the pressure that they have, and he handles student athletes exceptionally well. And again, I mean, I'll say it about everybody that you're going to talk about. It's the expectations. It's the detail in the practice plans. It's those fine things, the fine details that make a big difference. And Shane, he trusts his coaches, his coaching staff. I know they put in a tremendous amount of time. Sunday is film day. I can tell you that they look at film for 6 hours, 7 hours on a Sunday.
Another one, and I'm anxious to see this year. There was a turnaround in boys soccer.
Boys, yes.
Last year was a little bit of a turnaround, and you gotta like what Keith, Yoder is doing there. And the other reason I mentioned him is Keith is a Los Angeles Ram fan.
Oh, okay.
So we know that makes him a special person.
Absolutely. Well, that has to be it.
But he did. So you coach soccer, so you can judge that. He did start. They started turning around a little bit after some years of being down.
And again, it was time in the off season. None of our coaches that we have just work during the season. They work all year round. And Keith is, again, like all of our other coaches, very detail oriented. He has high expectations. I mean, I see their practice plans. I look at coaches' practice plans. I get out to practices, talk to the kids, talk to the coaches. What are you doing? And I have a good read on what's happening in our programs, and Keith is right there with everybody else. He's dedicated, he's detail oriented. Our soccer kids play hard. They play for a full 80 minutes, regardless of the score. And our soccer team last year, we tied, I believe, 5 games. And I can't remember our record off the top of my head, but we tied 5 games. So you think we were 5 goals away from having 5 more wins?
Yeah, it was really good. Do you think? Thank you for the like, Ed. Ed Stort, Kenny,
Hey, Ed.
our biggest fan. Thank you, Ed. And my sister gave us a like. I guess I got to send her 20 bucks. How helpful is it that, just like Tish, you coached?
Well,
How does that help you? Relate to the coaches and what's going on in the athletic programs since you were a coach.
Well, I think coaching it helps so much because you've been there, you've done it, you've gone through the good times, you've gone through the bad times, and you've just been there and done it. So I think it gives you a really good understanding of when a coach is frustrated, you can sympathize with that coach, understand where they're coming from. And one of the things that I always appreciated was I could come in here and I could just sit down, I could vent, and I could leave and feel much better about it. And they're human beings, and it's a tough job. Coaching high school athletics is extremely demanding, and it's a tough job. And I'm glad I put in the time that I did coaching, because I don't think I would understand what I'm doing now as well if I really didn't experience those years myself. Because, when I first started teaching in 2006, I volunteered with the boys soccer team. I traveled. I had the perks of all the everything that the coaches have, and I just I really liked getting to know the students outside of the classroom, and it gives you a better understanding of kids and just what they're experiencing.
And I know the answer to this, but how important to an athletic department is like things like the Husky Club,
Oh,
the Booster Club, and they do so much and get zero credit for what they do.
our Husky Club, without them, that they put in hours and hours and hours. And here's the thing, everything that they do goes back to our kids. Our end of the year ceremony that we have, I shouldn't say ceremony, recognition is a better way to put that, with the awards that we give out, just to recognize our student athletes. That's all because of our Husky Club. They work incredibly hard, and hours and hours and hours.
And the one thing we need to do, I think, is like get some fundraising, set aside some NIL, and we'll get like 6'8", 300-pound football players and 6'7" basketball players,
Right.
and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Well, Kenny, going back to the Husky Club, have you tried? I know you've been here. We're going to have to get Brian to try this. Have you tried the chicken fingers from the concession stand?
No, I haven't. Not yet.
I'm telling you, you're missing out. I forgot to mention that when I was talking about them. But the food they have down there is absolutely incredible. So you got to try it, Brian. When you
I got to stop. Yeah.
We'll take you down.
Yeah, I'll try it, man. Me and food, yes. Food and I got a long, loving relationship. What do you think? Running being an athletic director, what's the maybe one thing, your one main thing that most people, most fans don't realize about being an athletic director?
Man, that is another great question. I would probably say that there is a lot that happens behind the scenes to make a game happen. Hours and hours of planning. And, I'll use football because it's a huge event for us. There is a lot that could go wrong. And as an athletic director, you really depend on a lot of other people. And I'm lucky because everybody that I work with does an incredible job. They do. They we have great rapport with one another. They understand, here's what I expect during a game, and they know that, and I trust them. So the answer is a lot of stuff behind the scenes, depending on other people to help you get the job done. Like it's not just me that is doing this. It's many people.
This one just popped into my head. Lately, we've had trouble in sports getting a new generation of officials for events. Is that still, you feel, still a problem?
I don't feel that that's a problem because our games are always covered. I don't really struggle to find games. We had a little bit of an issue, in the springtime with lacrosse, girls specifically, because we only had one game. We're staffed out of Harrisburg, and a bunch of our local guys decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to take the girls lacrosse test, and I'm going to get certified, and I'm going to officiate. Brett Abear being one of them, and he will fully admit the first game, he had no idea what he was doing. He did. He did a great job. And so there was a whole crew of them that stepped up, and they took the rest of our season. So we don't notice it a whole lot. PIAA has created the junior officials program. I think you have to be 16 years old, and you can officiate at the junior high level. So I think that has helped.
I have a respect for officials.
I would never do it.
From a different point, an up close personal point of view. This was a long time ago. I went down, just like, I lived not far from Rec Park.
Okay.
And I went down to watch Lewistown football, Pee-wees and midgets, play a game. Well, the refs didn't show up. One of the refs. So they asked me if I'd do it.
Oh, boy.
And like an idiot, I said yes. Do you know how much I got yelled at?
And you're helping them out.
It's like, why do you want to? I called a block in the back that actually prevented a touchdown. And oh my God, I thought the coach was going to attack me. And I got, after the game, I'm like, why would anybody want to do that job?
And I don't think people realize that without officials, games are not happening. And officials are human, right? Yeah, I mean, you just look at, baseball right now, what we're seeing in the major leagues, which I do like. It is cool. But when you look at a batter taps his helmet, he wants a replay review. We're looking at centimeters off.
Yeah.
They're human. So with officials, I just want people to know they're human. They're out there for the kids, and without officials, games do not happen.
Okay, it's time to look into the future. Robert's crystal ball. What when you look like 3 to 5 years ahead, what do you hope people will say about Mifflin County athletics under your leadership?
I hope that they would say, this is a special place to raise your kids and have them go to school because they matter.
Yeah, it is. It is a great place. I feel a great place to live. I mean, people get, and there's a lot of people that bust on it. I hear it. There's nothing to do. Well, maybe I guess if you're younger, I don't know how I feel, but I think the coming from a sports perspective, and as long as Kenny and I have done this, all my years, the thing that's kept me going is not my name on a byline. It's like I love the coaches, I love the parents, I love the fans, the athletic directors, the kids, and I think that's what keeps Kenny going too. It's such a big family. It is a big family. Once you're in it, you're always in it.
Right.
Yeah.
And, sports has, specifically high school sports, in my opinion, has a great way of bringing people together for the common good. You put all of the stuff aside that's happening. Just use politics, right? Bring everybody together to watch a sporting event, and it brings everybody something in common. They're all there for the same reason, and that's just the beauty of high school sports and our area. And one thing I really love about Mifflin County, one of my favorite things, it has absolutely nothing to do with sports, is people help one another in this community in amazing ways. And you can always depend on this community. If something were to happen, our community will absolutely step up and help people in need. And that's really special.
Yep, it is. I agree. Mr. Lepley, thank you so much for coming on. Did a great job here tonight. We wish you the best of luck in your tenure here. We hope it's a long one as athletic director, and I will come for the chicken fingers.
Oh, absolutely! You guys can text me. Let me know when you're here. I'll help you out. And thank you so much.
Yeah. May I get a favor from you?
Sure.
I am writing Mifflin County's previews for the Sentinel Sports Guide. Could you email me your coaches and their contact info for the fall?
Yes, I will. I'm going to write myself a note right here.
I would appreciate that. And we'll do what we did with Tish. Every once in a while, we'll slip you a 20.
Oh, no. Okay, I got that noted, Brian.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, Brian. It was my pleasure.
Oh.
And once again, good luck. And I'm going to do my best to be out there this year to see you, to see the kids, and enjoy sports, Mifflin County sports.
Yep.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Yes, thank you both.
Good talking to you.
Yes, good talking to you too. We'll see you around, okay?
All right. See you, buddy. That was Robert Lepley, Mifflin County's brand spanking new athletic director. I didn't want to talk to him about his bald head, but that's new because I have a bald head too, so I'm not making fun of you.
That's fine. I love it.
It's just, it's a new look. It's a new look for you. It looks good.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate that.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Yep,
and it's going to be a good year. Fall sports are coming on. Robert Lepley, the new athletic director. It's going to be seamless. I mean, Tish was great. Robert's going to be great. And looking to watch some Mifflin County sports, right, Kenny? Huh, Kenny? Kenny?
Hello.
Hello? You there? Kenny? Kenny. Kenny. Kenny Varner.
Hello?
Hello? Kenny. 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 Oops, I can't hear him.
Hello?
Kenny. 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 Oh my God. Everything I was getting ready to say. We finally have a smooth show tonight, and now we don't. I'm gonna text him. Kenny. I can hear you. You can't hear me. Kenny Varner. Hi, E.T. How are you? Sorry about the weather tonight. I wrote my other story and forgot about it and then had my podcast. Don't be too mad with me. Well, I thought we were doing good, and then Kenny, I don't know if I should get out of here or see if he's got any, if he can get back on and get the, well, I guess he went off his computer, so he's he'll be getting back on, and I'll see if he has any shout outs. Hi, Kenny.
Hey, I'm back. Not sure what happened.
All I know is I was going, Kenny, and you were going, hello. Do you have any shout outs, buddy?
Yes, I do.
Wait, you know what we got to do.
Alrighty, let's see if I can keep this going. There we go. Okay.
Got to do some, get your logo out here. And we got to get Barry White. Right?
Yep.
We must get Barry.
Got to get Barry.
Hey there, baby. Welcome to Kenny's Shoutouts on the Press Box. I'm so glad you could join me tonight. Just sit back, relax, and let that sweet, sweet vibe wash all over you. We've got a lot of love to share.
There we go.
All
Kenny Varner, shout outs. Go ahead, buddy.
All right. Congratulations to Juniata Valley Striders Emmett Yon as he competes in the 2026 United States Area Track and Field National Junior Olympic Track and Field Championships.
All right.
California. In his first year track and field, he advanced through the association championships and Region 2 championships. He earns the opportunity to compete against the nation's best in the boys 7 through 8 turbo javelin. Congratulations.
Nice.
That's
You're breaking up, buddy.
really? This has been a terrible night with me, connection-wise. How about now?
Okay. Now I got you.
Okay. Shout out to Mifflin County, Babe Ruth, 13 through 16-year-old All-Star team, as they are headed to the Babe Ruth National Championship Tournament at Branson, Missouri. The group captured the Mid-Atlantic Championship at Williamsport. Shout out to the Phillipsburg Osceola 9-year-old baseball all-stars for capturing the Little League state title. And finally, congratulations and shout outs to the Mifflin County 11U softball team for finishing third in the state. The softball team lost the first game but rallied back to the losers bracket to finish in third. Pitcher Ryan Foley pitched a one-hitter and a the series. So congratulations to everybody. And that concludes my shout out.
All right. Way to go, Kenny. Get this off. Yeah, I was saying, Kenny, I was like, man, we've had no technical issues tonight. and then it was Kenny's computer this time.
Yeah, mine decided it was their turn to act up.
That's all right. That is okay. So we got it's coming, Kenny. Your little mini vacation's almost over.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm anxious to get back at it. I got rejuvenated over these last couple weeks. So
it always does that, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You get some time off, and then you start getting the itch again.
Yeah. And the wife starts getting longer and longer chores for you to do. And
yeah.
Time to go in.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, it's coming before you know it. And it was nice tonight talking to Lepley. I think he's gonna do an okay job, and
so too.
And also we got chicken fingers coming.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the chicken fingers.
Yeah, it's kind of here. We always go back to being old, but you remember for we covered back then.
Yeah, I think. Wait, we got a comment now. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the comments.
Oh.
This is what you get with cubic zirconia status. This is what you get with
Ray just sent her a message. E.T. Ray Wild. I bet you it's a good one. I bet you it's a good one.
Sleeping arrangements are not. It matters where you stay. Hilton, for the stay. You need to see a therapist. I can't afford therapy. You can afford that much as movie. I can't even afford
I got a text too, so hold on, Kenny. It's from Brooke tonight. She's in the Sentinel. Oh, what do you got coming up, Ken?
Right now, absolutely. Yep. Upcoming week, except for we had our first Burnham Bulldogs special needs football practice tonight, which went well. It was good to get back and get coaching again. I think that's why I'm really anxious for football to start. Got you in the mood to watch football again.
Ray made it back from New Jersey. Did they win or lose?
Oh, they lost today.
Did they? So is that it? They're done?
They're done, I believe, yes. They lost 2 out of their 3 games.
Well, at least we had one get there.
Yeah, I think we still have one more out there. I'm not sure. The 15-year-olds that had yet to play.
Ah,
So
okay.
we'll have to see on that one.
I don't. Um, I don't follow the Babe Ruth much, except for in the paper, because I can't get the games and they're not streamed, so I have a little difficulty. My main thing this week, Kenny, is I'm going down to Danville on Friday, and my orthopedic surgeon is gonna. I have to get her approval to get my leg. Yeah, it's weird saying it, isn't it? So I got. She approves it, and then in the beginning of August, I think it's the 8th, I go up and get my leg.
No.
My Los Angeles Rams leg. I got the Rams helmet on it and the goat's head logo.
Oh, that's cool.
I am Rams. My leg is Rams. The only thing is I want to keep the other one. I don't want to make the other one the Nationals. So
yeah,
I want to keep at least one. See, Kenny, how that happens? I am the one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. Well, I think that's it. I want to thank everybody. Do you have anything else, Kenny?
Nope. Just that's it.
I want to thank everybody for coming on and listening. I want to thank Robert Lepley, Mifflin County's new athletic director, for coming on. And next week we'll be back. Probably right, Kenny, if we can get him. Matt Silks.
Yeah. Yep. We're gonna.
They got a wrestling thing coming up here in August, and we'll get him on and see what's going on with that. We always enjoy having him on. And that'll be next week. So thank you, everybody. We appreciate it. You've been listening to the Press Box. I'm Brian Carson, my co-host Kenny Varner. Thank you very much. Have a great night and a great rest of your week.
Everybody.
Goodbye. Good night.
You've been listening to The Press Box with Brian Carson and Kenny Varner. Tune in next week for another episode of The Press Box.